Hi everyone, it's Deb Raven here from Life is What You Make It, and my company focuses on coaching and mentoring women over the age of 50 who want to find or create their dream job for the next 10 or 15 years left of their working life. So the women that I work with are in a job that they really no longer enjoy. Their values, their purpose, their interests have changed. Maybe they're looking for a little bit more of a lifestyle rather than climbing the corporate ladder. And so that is who I help. So these little videos of sharing some thoughts and musings with you is all coming from that place of helping women to find or create stuff that really lights them up. And I always remind people that if I can do that, then anybody can do that. And that's exactly what I focus on in my program, my 8-week program, when working with these women. And I'm talking about my program right now because I just had a lovely group call with some really awesome women that I have the pleasure of working with right now. And one of the women, as we were talking about some things, kind of said to me, who am I to think that I can create these possibilities, these things that I have in my head? Who am I to think that I can actually achieve this? And what I invited her to do is to change that question. And instead of asking, who am I not to? Who am I to think I can, to change it to who am I not to be able to do this? How am I affecting my soul, my heart, my joy by not going after something that's in my heart? And sometimes this might take a little while to discover. Maybe you're one of those women who really don't know what you want to be doing. You want to still contribute and be in the workforce and have purpose and meaning and a certain kind of a lifestyle, but maybe you don't even really know what that looks like right now. And that's what one of the ladies was sharing today, is that as she's really kind of creating and dreaming and thinking about possibilities, then the contraction starts. Like, who am I to think that I can do this? And then the doubt really starts setting in of, can I really do this? And when we start talking about our value and we start talking about questioning our worth, what can we bring to the table? What are the skills that we can transfer? What are our new interests? Sometimes it's very easy to devalue the skills that we do have and to think that they're not worth anything. And what I kind of shared with these ladies today was that women often question that, but men don't. It's not very often that you're in a room full of like awesome 50-year-old men and they're sitting around talking about questioning, oh, can I do this? Can I not do this? Who am I to think that I can do this? And so we had a little bit of a chuckle about that because it's just so true. And as women, we are brought up to, most of us women are brought up to kind of take a back seat. And a lot of us have lived our lives like that. Maybe we've taken a back seat to um, our husbands or our partners in terms of childcare responsibility. Maybe we have let significant others kind of run the show, and maybe moving from location to location, like for the betterment of their job, and at times sacrificing our own. Or maybe we've made the decision to stay at home with our kids for a period of time because that was really important to us and we could afford to do so. And then going out there again in the workforce, really trying to find out, well, I haven't been working in 10, 15 years, or I've only had, someone said this to me the other day, I've only had mummy jobs. And you don't hear men talking about that kind of stuff. So I think that a lot of times we can second guess our true value. And in this day and age of technology, and in this day and age of everything is online learning, even universities are doing online learning, not only during the pandemic, but even before that. And a lot of the younger people, especially under the age of 35, they don't have the skills that we have. They don't have the communication skills. They don't have the skills to connect with people. They don't have the nurturing skills, the organization skills, the communication skills, the conflict resolution skills. They just don't possess this because A, they were never taught it, and B, the workforce, the current workforce that the majority of kind of 18 to 35-year-olds work in don't require those skills. And I think that we have all noticed that now that things are opening up a little bit in most places of the world after the pandemic, that things have changed. And a lot of organizations have realized that they can run their company without having 200 people, always in a building. And so a lot of things have changed. And because of that, the need for connectors, communicators, people to fill organizational spots in the company, people to step up as leaders, to inspire and encourage and motivate employees, even if they're working online from their homes, has become more and more important. And 30 years ago, when a lot of us 50-year-olds were first finding work, our options were more limited. Now, they are, oh my goodness, the sky is the limit. I mean, the amount of jobs that I've heard of women finding or creating over the years is just like ridiculous. And so our options are a lot more, but sometimes we don't know how to take some of those softer skills maybe and translate them into a new area. And even if you were a very specialized professional, like a teacher or like a police officer or like a lawyer or like a doctor, very specialty skills, sometimes it's hard to find the skills that you were doing all of those years and leverage them into something else. So I'm not only talking about soft skills, but a lot of our soft skills are very, very badly needed in the workforce, and we need to find ways to um, talk about that, to express our true value when we're finding or creating a position that really speaks to our heart, gives us purpose, gives us impact, is meaningful. And so you just can't wait to get up in the morning and spring out of bed and get to your work. And I know to a lot of people that sounds like an impossible thing right now, but believe me, it can totally happen. And I am living proof of that. I often end up at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning because I just can't sleep. I just want to get going. There's so much that I want to do so that I can give back, so that I can contribute in a positive way to other women's lives. So it really can happen, and it starts with believing in yourself that you can do it. And that's why shelf help books don't work, because they talk a lot about strategies, and there's a lot of information about there how to find a jobs and resume writing and cover letter writing. I'm not saying that those don't serve a purpose, but chances are if you're a woman in your 50s, those are not going to land you the job that you want. So a lot of the work that we do in my program is the mindset piece, is the believing in yourself, is the confidence piece, is learning how to communicate that value to prospective employers or business partners or whatever your next chapter looks like. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you, that we really do need to embrace all of the skills that we have had and the wisdom and the experience in our lifetime, and not be scared to declare that value. I think it's a really important piece. And if any of this sounds like the situation that you're in right now, and you might really want some support and some guidance in terms of your next steps of what you could be doing to find or create work that you love, instead of dreading going into work every day, hating it, not liking the people that you're working with, the work is meaningless, there's no joy, it's affected other areas of your life, your relationships are suffering, your friends are not calling you anymore because you're just not any fun to be around, your health is probably compromised, you probably gained weight Maybe you're zoning out on Netflix or movies or alcohol or any of the other things, online shopping. Those are all really common symptoms of women who are not fulfilled. And when we start with one area of our life to fulfill it, the other areas just kind of fall into place. So if you would like a little clarity around that, I invite you to book a free 45-minute clarity call with me. And on that call, we just get really clear on what's not working for you in your work life right now and how that's affecting the rest of your life. And we also talk about some of the things that you might want to leverage yourself into, for the remaining working years of your life. That's what we accomplish in the call. And I only invite certain people to work with me in my program. My program is small. I only work with a set number of people. And those women are usually really, really clear that they just do not want to go one more day in living the way that they're living. And so if the program seems to be right for you, and I'm 100% certain that I can help you, then we'll talk about that. And if I'm not the right person to help you, then I promise you, I will give you some next steps that you can take on your own, or give you some other resources that might be able to help you in your journey. So if you would like to do that, please go to my calendar page at debraven.com/apply. That's my name, debraven.com/apply. You can pick a spot on my calendar, whatever works for you the best. And then you're going to be taken to a very short application page. Please fill that out. It's very, very important. Those questions really help me to get to know you a little bit before we jump on the call, so that we can dive in and I can help you even in a more profound way on that call. So it's a free call. What do you have to lose? If you're really sick and tired of being sick and tired in your work life, book that call now at debraven.com/apply. Thanks for listening, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.